To break it down, BPC 157 never got FDA approved, right? Category 1 means the FDA thinks like, hey, this is not an approved drug, but we're okay with you compounding this and you're okay to push that forward. Category 2 is like, do not compound. In late 2024, BPC 157 and like 20 other peptides got moved to this category 2 list. Since about 2017 to 2024, people have been prescribing BPC in these alternative medicine, anti-aging practices. Of course, compounding pharmacies relabel it as PDA, peptidecapeptide arginate.
But it's the same thing.
It's the same, exactly. One of them will be an acetate, one of them will be an arginate, but the PDA is BPC 157. Now, just in April of this year, it got removed from the category 2 list. And it's not yet on the category 1 list, which would allow physicians to prescribe it through compounding pharmacies. Now,
but they can prescribe the PDA version.
Now, state medical boards view that very differently. Like I got a letter from one of the licensed in many states. One of these states reached out to me. It's like, you cannot prescribe, not me directly, like to the general public of people in that state. It's like, you cannot prescribe non-FDA approved peptides, no matter what. So there's controversy there. Even if the FDA says, okay, we're okay with you prescribing it, is your medical board in that state going to be okay with it?
So it's state by state. So somebody's on the East Coast in a state that allows them to write a script for, let's just call it BPC because it's effectively what it is, or this other thing where they kind of wriggle through the regulation. Can they send that to California or to Wisconsin or someplace else if the patient is there?
So if, let's say in California, it's not allowed to have BPC according to the state board of pharmacy or whoever bans that, even if you're a New York doctor that's licensed in California, that would be against the California Medical Board, and they would ask you, if they found out, to stand in front of them. Now, are boards cracking down on this? Not really. There's a couple of states that are cracking down on people, and people know to avoid those states. But it's going to be very dicey over the next few years.
We don't want to place too much on it, but the big kind of rumor out there that pricked up my ears a few years ago was when I heard that some athlete before the Summer Olympics, this was 2 Summer Olympics ago, from Eastern Europe, had a complete Achilles transection, not just a tear or a pull, but when we think about nerves and tendons, we think like complete cut the whole way through. And the rumor was they took BPC 157, locally injected, for a few months, and they podiumed in the Olympics. That was the story that kind of got out there that I feel kind of catalyzed this movement of BPC out of these niche communities and started it toward the public awareness that leads to you sitting here today. Right. To balance this a bit, the route that many people have gone for about a decade now, but primarily in the last 3 to 5 years, was to go to these, for research purposes only, what we would call gray market.